seniors and low-income individuals are especially vulnerable here, and suggesting some proposals to address that, including, as we've discussed, mitigation and resilience. And I think you as well, Mr. Heller, have talked about that. But I think there's agreement here that the headline from the Washington Post just a few days ago sums up the problem. And the headline was, "Home insurers cut natural disasters from policies as climate risks grow." And then the first sentence is, "Some of the largest U.S. insurance companies say extreme weather has led them to end certain coverages, exclude natural disaster protections, and raise premiums." Everybody, all three of you, as I listen to your testimony, agree with that that's a problem.
Absolutely.
Okay. I understand, Mr. Theodoro, that you indicated that the price caps placed in California have exacerbated the problem. And clearly, there's some price point at which, insurance companies has to raise its premiums to cover the costs of damage. And if someone caps the price lower than that, they will exit the market. That's your point, right?
That's right. It's capped at 7%. That's another provision of Prop 103.
So if you remove the cap, I understand your argument. You have to choose really between them exiting the market or raising the premiums, right? So
that's right.
The alternative is to increase premiums on homeowners, including many low-income homeowners, right?
That's right. And also to encourage not building and living in the wildland-urban interface, where hasn't been mentioned, but there was a 39% increase in people building in the forests of California where they're exposed to the wildfires. Yeah. And Fort Myers in Florida has attracted, it's the sixth largest place for people to move to. It's got so it should have land use policy. Build smart. Don't build in areas where you're going to get hit.
Right. And as I listened to, I was listening to your all responses to Senator Kennedy's questions as to the answer, and a lot of the proposals, Mr. Heller, Ms. Norris, involve some form of government subsidy, whether for resilience or I think, Mr. Heller, you've also proposed a TRIA-like approach or an NFIP type approach. Is that correct?
Well, yes, except I wouldn't say an NFIP approach. I would say the NFIP could be converted to a backstop, a reinsurance backstop. But if I could just quickly correct Mr. Theodoro, there are no price caps in California. That is just a falsehood that has been stated as a way to kind of create a fake boogeyman. Over the last 2 years, the average premium increase for homeowners insurance, unfortunately, the rate increases, has been 12.5%. He said 7%. There is no rate cap. It's just that the companies have to justify their rates to be accountable. That's a good consumer protection. So anyway, I wanted to correct that.
What is going on, friends? Many lawmakers across the country are now becoming worried about the rising inflation rate and how it's affecting millions of low-income households. Some state governors have declared a state of emergency over inflation. Governors have also passed legislation that will put money back into the pockets of Americans. My dearest friends, please do me a big favor and watch until the end of this video. Also, to say thank you so much for being part of this community. Every Friday, I will be announcing winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. Please make sure that you enter these weekly giveaways by clicking and liking several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, dearest friends, the greater your chances of winning the weekly giveaways. According to Yahoo News, Georgia Governor Brian Kemp has declared a state of emergency in response to high inflation, blaming policies coming out of Washington, D.C. Governor Kemp is temporarily suspending Georgia's excise tax, which are taxes enforced on particular goods, services, and activities on motor and locomotive fuel. In a recent press release, Governor Kemp said, "From high federal spending to policies that hamstring domestic energy production, all Bidenomics has done is take more money out of the pockets of the middle class." Governor Kemp also stated, "While high prices continue to hit family budgets, hardworking Georgians deserve real relief, and that's why I signed an executive order today to deliver it directly to them at the pump." He added that his administration will work with Georgia's General Assembly to help residents of Georgia weather the economic headwinds caused by this president, his administration, and their allies in Congress. Governor Kemp's executive order goes into effect this week and will last until October 12, 2023. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, consumer prices increased 3.2% in July compared to a year ago. Core inflation, which excludes volatile food and energy prices, rose 4.7% in July compared to a year ago, because price increases for commodities like new vehicles and housing stand above the overall inflation rate. A significant rise in energy prices drove the bulk of those increases. Oil prices hit new year-to-date highs on Tuesday, with West Texas Intermediate closing just below $89 per barrel. Brent crude sat above $92 per barrel, and that is the highest levels in oil prices since November 2022. The Georgia governor also said that residents will save 31.2 cents per gallon of gasoline and 35 cents per gallon of diesel fuel under the state of emergency. According to estimates released today, the median household income in the United States fell by 0.8% in 2022. The median household income last year was $74,755, adjusted for inflation. But despite the median household income being adjusted for inflation, the dip is an indication of why Americans are very concerned about the current state of the economy. 5 states, which are Alabama, Alaska, Delaware, Florida, and Utah, saw median household incomes increase in 2022, while 17 other states saw decreases. 28 states saw no significant differences. Nearly a year after California started issuing the middle-class tax refunds, which are known as inflation relief checks, a very small number of eligible recipients still have not received their payments. The payments, which range from $200 to $1,050, depending on the recipient, started going out on October 7, 2022. And since then, the Franchise Tax Board says it has issued more than 7.2 million direct deposits and mailed about 9.6 million debit cards. The total amount of money sent out tops $9 billion, and this is according to the agency. While the vast majority of those eligible for the tax refund have long received what they are due, about 5,000 new payments are still being processed. They should be processed by the end of this year. So friends, if you reside in California and if you believe you are eligible but have not received your payment yet, officials first suggest you review the eligibility requirements and double-check you are in fact due a middle-class tax refund. Star credit checks are also being delivered to homeowners in Monroe County, New York. STAR stands for School Tax Relief, and it's calculated by assessed property value and taxpayer income. But in the past decade or so, the program has gone through some changes. In 2014, New York State changed the program. It started in 2015. New homeowners had to get the STAR credit by rebate check instead of it being an automatically applied exemption. Current homeowners could opt into the check plan or stay as an exemption. Well, my beautiful and my most amazing friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for today. Thank you, dear friends, for joining me here and for being part of this community. To say thank you and to show my appreciation, every Friday I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, please click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, dearest friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways. Thank you and have a wonderful and very blessed week.